Hey there everyone, and welcome to the channel again. Like always, you know me, it's your host Amy from Penventure, and looks like spring is upon us. And not only that, but among so many beautiful fountain pens that recently got in our inventory, I think I overlooked something from Scribo. And I get a feeling that's not only me, but the latest spring collection, it's very interesting and has something that sets them apart from everything. And what better opportunity than to have a video review of this collection of writing instruments from Scribo. And let's see what's the special thing regarding them. It's 3 fountain pens and all 3 tied up in a cool story, a spring story. I have to be honest, and I've seen the fountain pens from, I believe, September last year. And it was something very interesting because I've seen the colors and I know the Scribo feel as a shape for a fountain pen, and I was drooling, waiting to have them and to be showcased in a video review. With the recent events, time management is not that opportunistic in order to allow me to record video reviews on a daily basis. So here we are today. I want to showcase the latest collection from Scribo. It was launched at the beginning of the year. It's a Scribo feel, and you probably are already familiar with the overall shape of the fountain pen. So I will do my best to showcase some aspects that I think are overlooked by me in other video reviews, or maybe other video reviews for the Scribo Field collection. Anyway, I will link up here some video reviews for previous collection of the Scribo Field. There you will find a lot of technicalities and everything that has to do with the shape and how it's built and everything. In this video, I'm going to concentrate on the story, on the color of this beautiful fountain pens, Scrittura Bolognese from Bologna, Italy, and it is run by my good friend Luca Baglione. Basically, he is the person that worked for the famous, no longer among us, Omas company, and together with the Omas employees, they put themselves in a very, very tight and organized team, and with the tools and know-how taken from Omas, they decided to put together Scribo, a brand that's offering some very interesting writing instruments that are made with a lot of passion and love and with a lot of knowledge about the fountain pen itself. In this video, we are going to dive into the spring collection. It's made out of 3 individual fountain pens, each of them in a different color, but all of them tied together in something interesting as a concept. I'm going to go through them, I'm going to showcase the colors, and I will tell you the story of each fountain pen and how you should look at it. So first of all, we are going to showcase the Inverno Scribo feel, which is this one right here. Take a look at this color. We have very, very nice shades of brown and gray and this earthy hazelnut, chestnut, the silver. It's making this fountain pen stand out very nicely. Inverno translates to winter, and this fountain pen, the idea, the concept behind it is that it is going to mark the contrasts of winter. So we have sort of a transition in between winter and spring, and the contrast of that are related into the Inverno, the Scribo feel Inverno, which I think it's a very, very nice and interesting concept. To go with this color, we have ruthenium plated metal trims, which are made in black, and they show very nice everything. We will get into the details in a few moments. Now I'm going to put this fountain pen right here, and I will jump to the next according color. It has to follow the story. So the next fountain pen is this one right here, and it's called the Scribo Feel Germolio, or it's supposed to be the color of the first early and very, very courageous sprouts that come out of the winter and gets us into the spring. So you got it, you got idea. From the Inverno, the contrast, now we are focusing on the first sprouts of spring, and it is an amazing color. To be honest, I love this green a lot. It's just like an olive, but it has sparkles in it, and it's a solid color with a lot of shading, and the facets of the Scribo Feel makes it so much vibrant and beautiful. On this one we have gold color trims, and now we go to the next phase, and now I'm going to showcase this beauty right here. Is the burgundy Scribo Feel, and the name of this is Promessa with a double S, Italian, so it's promise. Basically the concept of this fountain pen, or the color of this fountain pen, it's supposed to be as a promise of the goodies that follow coming out of the spring season. So you will have flowers, vibrance, colors, beautiful things, and I think the story of tying everything as the spring season in three parts. We have contrasts, we have the sprouts, then we have the promise of something that's going to bloom in summer. An amazing story for a collection. This is the Spring Scribo Feel collection. Now I'm going to focus my review on one fountain pen, and I'm going to show you briefly some of the details. I will tell you what's unique about it. Then we will go into a few information regarding the dimensions of the fountain pen. I'm not going to use the side-by-side size comparison because it takes some time, and I want your time to be very well spent on the Penventure YouTube channel. Then we will go into a writing sample, because this nib is a very special nib, and in the end I'm going to share some of my personal opinions regarding this model, this fountain pen, and we're going to end the video. Let's proceed with the details. I'm going to use the Scribo Feel Inverno, the contrast, the first part of this three-part story about spring, and I'm going to start with the finial right here. Ruthenium trims, we have this metal dome with the usual Scribo Feel feather, which is the international signal for handwriting, and it is a very beautiful way to display a cap finial. It is flat, and the cap has this very interesting bulbous shape overall, and we have the thickest part in the middle right here, tapering in on both ends. We have facets that are capturing the light so nice. The clip, it is very well known, practical, and it is not hinged, but again it's quite interesting and quite strong. It keeps the fountain pen quite safely clipped. If we look right here under the clip, we have an engraving Scribo and a few dotted lines. If we are going to turn the fountain pen opposite to the clip, we have another small engraving right there. Feel the writing, and this is quite of a statement. Feel the writing. Let's analyze, because you actually get feedback from writing with the nib. You actually get something in return other than only writing as a function. You actually get something nice in return, the feedback of using a quality writing instrument that's using a nib to put ink on the paper. I think it is a very important statement, and it sits just like a very important quote. Feel the writing. Moving further, we have one complete turn and the fountain pen is uncapped. Let me show you the nib. We are greeted by the most interesting nib of Scribo. It is the well-known 14 karat gold flexible nib. If it's something that's very legendary to Omas, the former company that the employees of Scribo were working for. It's either one of these two, is the extra flessibile nibs, which is the extra flexible nibs, or the arcocelluloid of OMAS. In both cases, these things are legendary. Let's get back to what's right here in front of us, the nib. And extra flessibile nibs of OMAS are some of the most interesting nibs that OMAS produced. They were so soft and a nice, pleasurable experience to use them. They came with a lot of warning signs because being so soft and flexy, a lot of people overdid the flexing and bent the nibs. So you need to be very careful using these nibs, but basically it's a 14-karat gold nib made to allow the user to have line variation. It's available in extra fine, fine, medium, and broad, and each of those sizes are going to fulfill writing at its best, mainly flexed writing. Anyway, they are nice in normal handwriting as well. The nib is engraved with Feel the Flex Scribo 14-karat gold. On the left shoulder right here at the base we have the nib size, broad in our case. Turning the fountain pen like so, we have an ebonite feeder. It's the best material to use when it comes to flex, although in our days the ABS plastic feeds are designed to cope with flexible nibs, so they are well offering a very nice and consistent ink flow. Anyway, when it comes to a flex nib, if budget is not something that's in the picture, ebonite is the one to use, because ebonite, it's slightly expensive, it needs to be cut, it needs to be shaped, but it offers a very nice ink flow, and it keeps up with the flex capabilities of a nib. The nib is ruthenium plated in black on the Inverno, on the Germolio and the Promessa it's gold plated. Moving further, we have the section, and we have this ring right here which marks the beginning of the section, and this is also made in order to prevent the fingers from slipping towards the nib. Anyway, the section is very constant in the way the shape is evolving from the beginning of the section till the end of the section. It keeps the same diameter, but the section is slightly faceted, and I don't know if it shows, but it is slightly faceted. In many writing sessions, I personally didn't felt like it made a difference, this faceted sections on the Scribo feel, and I don't think it's a major impactful design feature of the Scribo feel, but it is worth to be mentioned right here. Taking a closer look at this beautiful material, we can only admire it not only from outside but also from inside, because it's slightly transparent. You can pretty much see a few well hidden features of the inside of the fountain pen, like the threads and everything that's hidden inside the fountain pen. Moving further, right here we have the threads of the capping system. Those are not sharp at all. You can actually hold the fountain pen like so, and it feels also comfortable. Moving further, we have a step up right here. This is again not sharp. It's designed to have very good ergonomics. The body of the Scribo feel is just like an hourglass, if you ask me. It's bulbous, and midpoint is right here, and the barrel continues to have this cap-like shape. It starts to flare out from right here, the maximum point right here, then it starts to taper in towards the end of the barrel, which is marked with this ring right here. Then we have the piston knob, and pretty much this is everything that has to do with the details of the Scribo feel. The Scribo feel is a very nice and ergonomic shape for a fountain pen, and in my experience the bulbous fountain pens are quite comfortable. Although they look different from other ones, trust me, they are very comfortable. You will see that the part that's going to flare in right here is done in order to offer this space from the grip to be much more filled, and this is where the main weight of the fountain pen is located, like so, and it feels very comfortable. The Scribo Feel, it's a fountain pen that's not going to be able to be posted. I don't have a problem with that, but if you are using the fountain pens posted and you, let's just say, enjoy to have a little bit of back weight, it's not possible with the Scribo Feel. It's a nice and balanced fountain pen, but it's not going to be able to be posted. Moving further, let me showcase some of the dimensions of this fountain pen. Closed like so, the fountain pen measures 150 millimeters. If we open the fountain pen like so, it measures 130 millimeters. The total weight of the fountain pen, fully inked and capped like so, it's 38 grams, and uncapped in the writing scenario like so, it's 21 grams. I believe it's time to go into the writing sample, because we're going to test the 14 karat gold nib and we will see what are the performances of such soft and nice nibs. I've inked up the fountain pen with something very interesting. It's Colorverse Space Leica, and I do believe that the color of the Inverno fits this ink and this ink color very nice, and let's give it a try, because this nib is something else, trust me. And we have the pen. Ooh, Scribo Feel Inverno, and we have the ink, and this is Colorverse Space Leica. The nib, 14 karat gold broad. So this is available in a multitude of sizes. We have in a 14 karat extra fine to broad, and that comes on the Scribo Feel at a pricing of 595 euros, no VAT. And we have an 18 karat gold extra fine to broad, and those are not available on our website. Then we have two specialty 18 karat gold. We have triple broad and stub. Those are available only on order. They are going to bring the pricing of the Scribo Feel quite close to 700 euros. And we have 18 karat extra fine. That will bring the pricing for the Scribo Feel at 650 euros. It is a very nice way to differentiate in between the nibs that are available, and I do believe this is a nice way how to make the Scribo Feel very interesting and special in the same time. And I'm going to demonstrate right here the ink flow. This is one pass, then we have the double pass, which I believe shows the crazy amount of ink flow that this ebonite feeder is going to be able to sustain the Scribo Feel and this gorgeous 14 karat flexible nib with. And then we have normal figure of eights. As all modern nibs, we do have a slight grind-like characteristic, and this is quite normal. Then we have flex, and I'm going to apply some pressure. Be very careful, those 14 karat gold nibs are quite soft, but we have plenty of line variation, even that we start from a broad nib. So we have from a broad to a almost triple broad in full flex. I'm going to use my flamboyant way of writing, so I'm going to try to express what this nib is capable of, although I'm not a calligrapher or anything. And we have the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. It is a splendid nib that allows a lot of line variation and beautiful things. It is interesting in the same time. It is pleasant to use. It is flawless. You don't have anything in regards of, let's just say, skipping, hard starts, railroading. The flow keeps up with the nib perfect, and everything is how it's supposed to be. A nice riding nib, which I personally adore and like to use, and it's both nice in normal riding or when you have to add a little bit of character to your handwriting. It's there, it offers that possibility, and overall I think it's a winner. You should have such a nib in your collection and you should try it because it's that special, trust me. Let's go into some of my personal opinions and reflections regarding the Scribo Feel the Spring collection. We have 3 examples, a very interesting story behind this fountain pen. I didn't mention, but this is part of a limited edition series of 219 pieces, and these fountain pens are limited edition, but they are not numbered. This is pretty much how Scribo does limited editions. There isn't any engraving on the fountain pen with the number, the serial number of the fountain pen, but it's limited. And one of the big reasons for me that I love the Scribo Feel is the fact that they are using the same overall shape, they are changing the color. This is very easy for a collector to follow the brand because you are familiar with the shape, with the size, with the feel of their models, and you only need to add different colors of which you like. A very, very good point on how to make a model so popular that you change the colors and you pretty much collect what do you like as a color. Knowing the shape and how it feels, you don't need to go as far as testing out a very interesting color or a new shape, because that can result in a fountain pen that you like how it looks, but you don't like how it feels when you write with it. So with Scribo, you have pretty much that covered. Very interesting nibs. The 14 karat gold nibs are splendid. Trust me, they are some of the best. They are soft. Be very careful not to overdo what is called flex, because you can ruin a nib like so. Plenty of sizes for everyone. Like I told you, if you want something based on line variation, go for an extra fine, but expect some feedback or a fine. If you want something to daily use, but also have the benefit of having a soft nib, which is smooth, wet, and allows some line variation, go for a medium or for a broad. It lays down plenty of ink. It shows the color of an ink like no other. Then you have the specialty nibs. If you want to place down an order for such a nib, it may take some time, a few weeks, 1 or 2 or maybe more. I'm gonna link a video up here. I did test it, the triple broad and stub nib on the Scribo Feel, 18 karat gold. If you want to see that video, it's available there. You can check out how they ride. Or if you want something super, super fine, an option, 18 karat gold, extra, extra fine. It's a pretty fine nib. Also reviewed it on the channel. I'm gonna link the video up here. You can check that out and see how it rides. Very nice and interesting way to present a season like spring. And I almost hear Vivaldi and spring. And it's showcased in fountain pens, in a symphony of colors in 3 parts. We have Inverno, which is the contrast of winter. Then we have Germolio, which is the courage and boldness of the first sprouts of spring. Then we have Promessa, promise, and the promise of the blooming flowers and goodies that follow from those sprouts. 3 parts in spring, or spring in 3 parts. I love this concept a lot. Pretty much that sums up my review for the Scribo Feel collection. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you find it useful and interesting, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. This will help me a lot to grow the channel, to reach out to many more just like you. If you scroll down a little bit, I'm gonna leave you the links for this fountain pens. They are available in our stock, all 3 colors. If you're interested in making your next fountain pen, go down below at the link. Also down below, you'll find the details for our website, our social media accounts, my email, my phone number, anything and everything that you may need in order to get in contact with myself. And I know that some of you that are watching our content are not subscribed yet, so if you want to support the growth of the PenVenture YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe. You can do that right now. Just click there and turn the notification bell on and you will know when we have new content. Speaking about new content, if you want to see more quality content from PenVenture and myself, you have this video right here. Click and enjoy. Like always, it's me, your host, Amy, and I look forward to seeing you next video. Take care, stay safe, bye-bye.